Wow, I can see why the NCR want this place. It's huge. Probably produces a lot of power. I've never seen a solar plant this big before. Pre-war society didn't like using solar much. Most of it was nuclear. Hello? Am I allowed in?
This is a restricted area. State your business.
Apparently not. But I work for the NCR. Is there anything I can do to help?
Your being here is a start, soldier. We aren't exactly overflowing with troopers here. But if you really want to help us, talk to the idiot with sunglasses in the back of the plant building. He's been trying to get this place running for months and hasn't made any forward progress.
Ooh, okay. Shouldn't there be more people than this defending a power plant?
There should be more of us. But we aren't getting much power in this plant, for various reasons. So, none of our enemies have a big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway. We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. And they got sent east to the dam like everybody else. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishes every so often. Prodding for weaknesses, mostly. The reality is, if they really wanted it, we'd all be dead.
Right, yeah, Hoover Dam is so important because it's the biggest and one of the last remaining renewable energy sources. But apparently this is another one. It's just not very efficient. Why was the Brotherhood of Steel here anyway?
Damned if I know. Put up a hell of a fight, though. We had them outnumbered, I don't know, 21 to 1 maybe? They held out as long as they could. Lost most of their force before they retreated. Gave us a little parting gift, too. They had some of the plant running, but they shut it all down. Enabled an old security system, too, to keep us away from the controls.
Typical Brotherhood. Would rather shut down a power plant than let someone else have it. So, aren't the front lines more important than this place?
I ask myself the same question all the time. But energy's hard to come by around here. It gives you more control over this area than troops ever could. If we lose the dam to the Legion, this little plant may be our last stand.
Ah, it's a backup. All right, I'll see what I can do. I'll be glad to see if I could take a look at this tech.
Try not to make any trouble.
Uh-huh.
Glad you're with us.
Okay, let's head in, see what we can find. It's really dark in here. I guess they really aren't producing much power. Hello.
Glad you're with us.
Ah, so you're just here at the front desk. Let me see what I can find out about this place.
Welcome to Poseidonet, Archimedes testing. On Tuesday, February 16 at 2 p.m., technicians will be running a test of Archimedes and its connectivity with our plant security system. Under no circumstances should any employee be outdoors on the plant grounds until the alarm klaxon has ceased and an all clear is given. We have death and dismemberment waivers from all employees on file and are not responsible for any accidents that should occur during this procedure. Protective eyewear is mandatory for all technicians observing from the tower deck.
They had some Archimedes security measure? That seems a bit extreme for a power plant.
Results. The initial testing of Archimedes was a success, though not an unqualified one. Several minor systems were overloaded despite all precautions taken, and the 2.5 minutes of downtime following the test is something we can work on improving. More importantly, we received reports from nearby facilities that they experienced system-frying power fluctuations at the time of the test, notably the Black Mountain Communications Array and the military bunkers at Hidden Valley. We're going to make it a priority next time to prevent such collateral damage.
Wait, there were military bunkers in Hidden Valley? I gotta circle back to that.
Upcoming visit. Brigadier General Scott Lowe of the U.S. Army will be visiting this facility starting next Monday and staying on site indefinitely. When Archimedes goes live, he will be the only person here allowed to authorize its use for anything other than a test. Civilian employees are not required to salute, but it's expected of everyone that you observed thorough grooming and hygiene regimens and dress neatly while the General is with us. The General expects the best from all his men, and Poseidon men should be no different in the presence of such a fine and decorated soldier.
Whoa, they needed a Brigadier General's approval? That's interesting. I wonder what the fuck this weapon does.
Can I tell him? Can I tell him? A Poseidon Energy publication for new employees. As a member of the Poseidon family, it will be natural for you to become enthusiastic about the incredible endeavors you'll be undertaking with us, and to want to tell others. But just a second there, my good man. Let's take a minute to consider what could happen if company information fell into the wrong hands, and whose hands those might be. Can I tell my wife? Well, let's say you do. You tell her not to tell anyone. Your bond is sacred. But a woman's idle tongue is the devil's plaything. No sooner do you leave for work the next day than she's on the phone telling her best friend Candy. Then Candy tells Gertie. Gertie tells Maxine. Maxine tells Lulu. And while Lulu is telling Doris, a Chinese agent posing as an American operator listens in. And the next thing, she's on the line with the Forbidden City, singing like a treasonous canary. The following day, you and your wife are bound in shackles, and China is sitting at the controls of our entire arsenal. Can I tell my children? What father wouldn't want his kids to look up to him? Don't be that father. One day at school, Ivan Bulikov will get more than lunch money out of your kids. He'll have national secrets. And while they're parading him through Red Square as a national hero, your children will be working in forced labor camps right next to you and your beautiful young wife, who's now wrinkled and homely since the communists have banned makeup because it expresses individuality. Can I tell my drinking buddies? Surely if there's somewhere safe a man can place his trust, it is with his other male friends. But how much do you really know about them? Are they friends? Or comrades? Don't be too sure. Even the most transparent window can hide secrets when it's lined with iron curtains. Always remember, you are a member of two families now, and you have obligations to both. But your obligation to the Poseidon family is greater. Because while your children may misbehave, and your friends may change, and your wife may nag and cheat on you, Poseidon Energy will always be paying for and protecting your way of life. Don't tell anybody anything about the projects conducted at Poseidon Energy. When pressed, tell them that your job is repetitive and not worth discussing, but the company is nurturing and gives good benefits and is always looking for new talent.
What the fuck is this shit propaganda? Wow, that's incredibly insidious. It's also really sexist. Like, seriously, the wife's gonna tell her friends. And apparently we can't use the word comrade now because that's red. I gotta figure out what the hell is going on here. Let's look around, see what we can find. Oh, there's a teddy bear. Hello?
This place is off limits to civilians. You don't like it? Take it up with Lieutenant Haggerty.
I got permission from Haggerty.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
This must be the security measure that the Brotherhood put in place before they left. Let's see what they're hiding. What the fuck? Some type of Mr. Handy. This just looks like maintenance, but then the Brotherhood had stuff in here. Maybe they're just using it as storage. Thanks, Eddie. Some notes.
Public server access. February 12, 2276. Paladin McNamara's scouting party found this beat-up old bot out in the waste, blaring a scrambled distress signal over comms today. They brought it back for inspection after picking up some odd distortion in the signal. They say there might be something more to it, so they handed it over to the scribes. Somehow it got dumped on my desk, so I get to head down into this dark, damp, smelly maintenance room to fix it up a bit and look around inside it for anything useful. Yay for me, I guess. Although, then again, this is a pretty nice terminal. I might be able to get it to run a few holotape games with a bit of tinkering. It's not as if this bucket of bolts is going to turn out anything other than an uncalibrated radio emitter. Thing is from RepCon, and the nearest RepCon facility is miles away. God knows what it's doing out here.
Oh, so that's a retcon Mr. Handy that they're trying to figure out what to do with it.
February 20th, 2276. This bot is turning out to be a lot more interesting than I first thought. The thing has been around since the bombs, granted, so have most of these RepCon bots, but then again, this is the only one I've seen that isn't running the old patrol protocols that set them to police their various facilities. I dug a little deeper and fixed the garbled distress signal. It turned out that this bot was sent out some 200 years ago by a RepCon employee trapped in the company's headquarters after the bombs fell. I guess there's not much we can do for him now, the poor bastard, but there's something else as well, some secret he hid in the machine. When I fixed the radio emitter, a second signal appeared, a lot higher in frequency than the first. I need to ask a few of the other scribes if we have anything that can pick up the signal any better. I'm afraid the setup I have here isn't going to cut it. February 28th, 2276. Hot on a corn stick. That sly old hid weapon schematics in this bot. Well, more weapon conversion instructions. Bullet point by bullet point. Some of it is corrupted by wear and tear, but I was able to recover most of the instructions. The schematics seem to give directions on how to create high-powered weapons using leftover Tesla weaponry. I have to bring this to Elder Elijah as soon as possible. This technology can help us hold on to Helios 1, especially if it's as powerful as the inventor claims. Elder Elijah's been acting strangely recently, though. I better come up with a prototype first to show him it can work. I've put a lot of time into this project. I don't want it to go to waste based on a lack of evidence. Besides, there's some data that seems to be encrypted for some reason, and it was done after the original creation of the schematics. Someone else picked this bot up at some stage, and I need to find out who it was before I do anything else. If it was the NCR, we could be in big trouble. By the look of things, these weapons can tear through power armor. March 10th, 2276. I can't believe it. The robot got picked up by the Enclave a few years ago. The thing tried to kill me when I decrypted that data. It triggered some security protocol they reprogrammed. Nearly took my head off. Thank God I was wearing my helmet. I deep-sixed it with my pistol, which was an idiot of a thing to do, but I panicked. I think I got most of what was on its drives before I fried it, but even if there was a few directions missing from the schematics, it could result in the weapons blowing up in the user's hand. This is untested, highly unstable energy weaponry we're talking about here, not to mention the fact that the Enclave could have edited the entries to make the weapons unusable to anyone else. I've already made a prototype based on the schematics out of old bits and bobs I found in the armory, but there's no way I'm letting Elder Elijah know about it. He's growing more unstable every day with the growing threat of the NCR over our heads. Staying here is madness, but he won't let us leave. I'm worried that if I show him this new Tesla technology, he'll order full production straight away. There are just too many unknowns for me to risk that, especially if the Enclave are involved somehow. I have to hide it, lock it away, till this all blows over. Downloading the schematics onto a holodesk and keeping it in my locker. I'll bring it with me if Elijah finally lets us leave this godforsaken solar plant, and then I'll continue developing the designs. I won't let the others know about this technology until I'm 100% sure it can't hurt anyone it's not pointed at.
So that's why that bot had a bunch of bullet holes in it. Well, I better check out this prototype and these schematics. Elder Elijah must have been the elder of this defunct branch of the Brotherhood.
Recipe: Tesla grenades. 1 plasma grenade, 2 energy cells, 1 brain with working knowledge of plasma and Tesla technologies, and of how the two types of weaponized energies interact on the subatomic level. 1. Disassemble the plasma grenade, taking care to remove the firing pin without triggering the explosive, as this will result in the reader turning into a pile of superheated goo. 2. Insert the 2 energy cells into the carrier subassembly B shown on the overleaf. This can be crafted easily out of scrap metal and spare electronics at any workbench. Insert subassembly B into plasma grenade shell A, shown below. You should hear a distinct click as subassembly B is inserted. If not, find some wonder glue and stick that in there somewhere. 3. Reassemble the plasma grenade without the fuel reservoirs or the core plasma ejectors, as those have been replaced by subassembly B. To use, first thou pullest the Tesla pin, then thou must count to 3. 3 shall be the number of the counting, and the number of the counting shall be 3. 4 shalt thou not count, neither shalt thou count 2, excepting that thou then proceedeth to 3. 5 is right out. Once the number 3, being the number of the counting, be reached, then lobbest thou the Tesla grenade in the direction of thine foe, who, being naughty in my sight, shall snuff it.
Okay, this sounds like a really cool grenade. I kinda want to try it out.
You're a fool if you didn't think I was monitoring this terminal to keep track of your progress. As soon as this feeble NCR assault is dealt with, you're to report to the workshop immediately with all the data and prototypes. You have to start production of these Tesla weapons. That is an order. Don't even think about destroying it all and denying its existence. I have it stored on a holodisk for safekeeping. I expected more of you, scribe. Elder Elijah.
Wow, so this guy was completely right about Elijah. What an asshole. Alright, let's check out the rest of this power plant, and if I have any plasma grenades, I can make some of those. What's this door over here? The catwalk seems to have broken. Alright. Seems like a small lab.
Peterson, I'll give you a heads up. It's gonna hit the fan this afternoon. I just got a phone call from Lopez. He's in the hospital. He was in a car accident about an hour ago. He wasn't seriously injured, but he did break a couple of ribs in the wreck. Halfway into the call, he realized something. He left the nanoconstructor database in his car. I'm getting ready to go outside to see if I can find his car and recover the database. He said he was rear-ended just after leaving the Yangsty Memorial. I think he goes there to pay his respects since more than one of his family died while in the service. If we don't have it by 3 o'clock p.m. today, I'm sure you know what will happen. No database equals no investor demonstration, and no investor demonstration means an instant lack of job security for all of us. Is that an air raid siren going off? This day just keeps getting better and better. I'm going to do everything I can to get that database and make it back here by 3. Wish me luck, Sagar.
Ah, crap. I'm gonna need this if I want to use that nanotech that guy wanted me to find here. I guess I'll have to go by Yangtze at some point and find a wrecked car.
Helios Nano Array. Authorized personnel only. Power level 0%. Insufficient power. Raw material status green. Nano database absent.
So I'm gonna have to turn the power on and find that nano database. Since I'm gonna have to get the power working anyway, I better do that first. And then maybe I could go search for that database. Oh, hi! Are you that guy with the glasses?
Hey, man. Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they?
What? Settle down. I'm not here to replace anyone.
Damn right you're not. Goddamn right. Why would they? You can't top this guy. Just a little more time. You can't keep Fantastic down for long.
What job do you even have here?
What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No Fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good.
What are you trying to accomplish?
Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency, and I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, how would someone retarget the mirrors?
There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you?
I am now.
Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran.
Why should the power go to the Strip and McCarran?
Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power, so that's where I want it. But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a reputation you can hang your hat on.
How have you figured out how to move these mirrors and to get it working at least 1%? But you don't know so much. What exactly do you do?
Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be?
So you have no idea what you're doing?
No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have. Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day.
So why are you worried about being replaced?
Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here.
How did you get this job?
It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard.
Okay, I have to admit, that is clever. Well, it's not like the NCR knows what they're doing anyway, so you make your money, man.
Here, you want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
Thank you? How can someone be smart and dumb at the exact same time? Hi? Do you know what you're doing?
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist?
My interest in this place is scientific.
Then we have that in common. Whom do you typically work with?
I just do what's necessary to keep the peace.
That's reassuring. Although many who've made that claim to the followers of the apocalypse over the years have had less than pure intentions. But if it's really as you say, then take my advice. This installation carries with it dangers that no one here has realized. Take care of what you do here and who you listen to. Some things are best left buried with the old world.
Well, why are you here?
I was sent here when we saw that the NCR had taken it. We have no record of the facility, but its original builders were cause for concern. I'm to determine the threat level of this place and do everything in my power to prevent the revival of any dangerous pre-war technology. The NCR let me stay because they are desperate for answers about this place, but I've kept them in the dark.
Oh, so you're concerned because it's Poseidon Energy. Yeah, it's weird. Poseidon was one of those pre-war companies that was like everywhere, but you never really saw ads for them unless it was like a gas station or something. The NCR did ask me to help increase the plant's power output.
Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror control terminals outside. You'll need it.
Oh, thank you. Well, where do you think I should route the power?
Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
And you know what? I presume that the Strip and McCarran must be getting power from the Hoover Dam, right? So why would they need the extra? And why would you trust me with this?
I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not them, Caesar's Legion. They will use this place for war. Because the possibility exists you might do anything else, you're the only choice I have.
Okay, I guess I appreciate the vote of confidence. What more is there to this place than a power plant?
I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military, targeting computers, shock sensors. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes.
You think Archimedes is a weapon they built here?
Yes, and the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment, but more advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up.
The Brotherhood of Steel knew about Archimedes?
They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity. When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steer clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived.
Well, I wouldn't want the NCR to have a weapon like that. And are you sure the NCR doesn't know about the weapon?
Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here. He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time.
Oh my god. I guess he's what they call a blessing in disguise then. You mentioned the followers of the apocalypse. Can you tell me more about them?
Humanity lost many things after the war. Methods of agriculture, techniques for survival. We took it upon ourselves to piece together this knowledge and bring it back to them.
Go on.
Other things weren't lost, but were blocked from our collective memory. Knowledge of what we're capable of and how things spiral out of control. It's in our nature to want to forget truths that keep us awake at night. And for that reason, it's all the more important that the followers walk the waste to remind people of them.
Okay, that's your mission statement, but it doesn't really tell me what you guys are as an organization. Do the followers work together with the NCR?
We did for a time, but our goals differ. The NCR only cares to expand their wealth and their reach. For us, territory boundaries mean nothing, and prosperity has to be for everyone, not just citizens of the NCR. So parting was inevitable. While the NCR pushes east, we clean up the mess they leave behind, try to provide some stability.
Oh, you're like a humanitarian organization. Where are the followers based around here?
We're scattered mostly. We go where we're needed. Our largest presence is in Freeside, at Old Mormon Fort. Other than that, I know Dr. Usanagi set up a practice near the Crimson Caravan, and a man we train is operating out of the Aerotech building. Another man, Tom Anderson, was looking into water supply problems in Westside, but that was a while ago.
Oh, well, you guys seem nice, and it'd be good to meet others and learn more about you. Bye.
Goodbye. Hello. Download complete.
What?
Begin recording. Navarro Outpost Scientists, I am glad that EDE has reached you. You will find several databanks of information on this machine.
Wait.
Please handle this information with the utmost care, as it represents the sum total of the results of my research on the Duraframe iBots. There are also several databanks with information on my research into Poseidon Energy, and some projects they were working on in the Mojave area.
What? Navarro, that's Enclave. Wait, is Enclave tech derived from Poseidon tech? Is that what triggered you, Eddie? He's got nothing to say about it. I'll have to try to trigger another one. You know what, Eddie? You bang on all these ceilings. Why don't you just wait here for now? Okay, good.
Hello.
Okay. Is the way to the controls back here somewhere? I better check out these solar panels. Whoa, there's so many of them. Oh, whoa. The NCR just have a barracks set up out here. That might actually be dangerous. To be fair, I don't know enough about solar panels to know for sure.
Reflector panels on this array are damaged. You could salvage some of the array's parts. Would you like to salvage the array?
Well, this could come in handy. Wow. Bear traps. Again. Ugh. I hate how everyone fucking uses bear traps. And tripwires. Ugh. They didn't know how to get in here, so they must have just trapped it so no one else could. Oh, fuck. Mines, too? Place is covered in traps. Alright, reset mainframe connection. Oh, okay. I could probably mess with the terminal and see if I can move the array panels from here. Alright, so I've connected these. I need to connect the other ones and then see if I can get into that tower and actually activate them. More array parts. That'll be good. Oh, here's another broken one. Okay. Did they trap this one too? Oh. Hi, doggy. Good boy. Good doggy. Alright, fix this connection. Now I need to get up into that tower past the security system and angle the panels so that I can get this whole solar array working. I'm worried about the security. Oh, shit. Thanks for the pulse grenade, guys. Shit. Sentry bot. Alright. This must be the security they were talking about. Fucking turrets, too?
Contact!
Shit. Don't get close to the turrets.
I expect to be awed by your dizzying mercantile sense, boss.
Ah, shit. Okay, that's one of them.
Need a bigger caliber.
You should be good, Boone. I'm sure you got plenty of different guns.
Boss, I'm having some... I'm all out, boss.
Shit. Okay, okay. This just looks like a break room or something. Ah, fucking mines. Okay. Oh, this controls the turrets. Great. Well, maybe there's more in there that this will shut off. There we go. Seriously? They were just sitting there on the shelf. You didn't have to go next to them. These are definitely army issue sentry bots. Oh, this looks like a maintenance area. Let's keep going.
This crouch walking is hell on my back, boss.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Careful with that.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, Boone. Another sentry bot. back up.
This is useless.
Boss, I'm having some inadequacy issues here.
Guys,
Got a
back
bigger gun I
up.
can borrow? Could I
Have you
trouble
not
with
heard
some
of a
bullets,
trap?
boss?
Well, you killed it. All right, let's keep going.
Company.
Not sure I'm having any
This is
impact here,
useless.
boss.
Ah, shit. The pulse grenades are good.
All clear.
I haven't found any controls yet. I'll have to keep looking. Careful, Boone. Don't go ahead.
Green, standing down.
Ugh. This area was completely blocked by dust. How did they even get behind here?
Never mind.
You heard the sentry bot.
Hostile
Oh,
detected.
fuck.
Commencing neutralization.
Come on. Pulse grenade.
Not sure I'm having any impact here, boss.
Then step back and let me deal with it. Huh. Interesting, Cola. Alright, let me take a look around here. Bunch of typewriters. Oh! There's this transmitter here. That guy Novak wanted that. Okay, I'll bring it back.
I need you to get an electronic transmitter. It's pre-war tech and only found in a couple known locations. Here's the location. I put it onto your Pip-Boy. Please return with it as soon as possible.
Oh, a Protectron. Doesn't seem to be any way to free it that I can see. Oh, there's more. What?
Spotted.
Oh, shit.
This is useless.
Fucking hell. How was that set up automatically?
Failures detected.
Okay. Yeah, just let me use the pulse grenade, guys. Like, it works against these robots. And if you don't have bullets, you won't be able to kill them anyway. Alright. More maintenance? Some holotapes, at least. There's an ID card. Another ID card. Maybe these will help me get in further. Ugh, apparently not this door, though. This is nice. Oh. Oh, you could just go in that way.
We got company, boss.
Shit.
This is useless.
More of them.
Well, this isn't very much of anything.
Oh, these are the more advanced robots. Alright, come on. Pulse grenade, do your work. Yes. There's still one left. Now get out of my way. I've got a pulse mine.
Guess we
All
made it.
right. Got him. Wait, there's one more down here.